sure to check out Ageless Geeks for your figures and collectibles. So what is going on, my fellow collectors? How is everybody doing today? Daredevil19 here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Mezco Toyz 112 Collective Logan. So let's get into it right away and take a quick look at the box that Wolverine's trying to claw himself out of. So we do get the basic style box when it comes to Mezco's regular releases. So on the front of the slipcover here on the top does say Logan. On the center we do get a cool image of Wolverine trying to claw himself out of the box, which is pretty damn cool. Then the bottom says 112 Collective post-plate display and Marvel. And then on the bottom of the actual box here we do get the warning and blah blah blah, so if nobody cares about, then here is the top of the box. And then the one side of the slipcover with a cool image of Wolverine doing the X-Men symbol with his claws there. Then the back of the box here, we do get a bunch of cool promo images along with everything that is included with this Wolverine. And then you can remove the slipcover here. And it does have the window displaying the figure and the accessories. And then the sides of the box says 112 Collective. On the back, we do get the giant Mezco Toyz logo. But anyway, that is the packaging. Let's get this figure to take a close look at pretty much everyone's favorite character from X-Men, who also happens to be the most popular character from X-Men. And hopefully we do see him in the MCU soon, because I want to see Marvel's take on X-Men. Alrighty, taking a closer detailed look, and Mezco once again did a phenomenal job when it comes to the detail, the paint and sculpt, and the cloth clothing for another one of their 112 figures and another one of their Wolverine figures. Now the head sculpt here, the hat is molded to this specific head sculpt here, but the hat turned out really nice. I love the sculpted texture to the hat, the piece, the band around the hat looks great. Very nice tiny sculpt and paint detail all throughout the hat. Really dig the way that turned out. And then the face sculpt looks pretty good. This one's probably my favorite out of all of them. I mean, we do get two basic stern type faces, but this one does definitely look like a Wolverine to me, you know. We do get his crazy sideburns, a little bit of stubble around the chin there. Very nice, like sculpted wrinkles on the face and everything. Eyes both painted looking in the same direction and all that. And I love the sculpt of the hair and the sideburns. I think that turned out really nice and very clean paintwork all throughout the head sculpt as well. And the back of the hair looks dope too. And then you can see his hairy back and hairy chest there. So big plus to Mezco for that, because Logan is one hairy dude. Even on his arms we get the hair as well, which looks pretty cool. And then we do have his white tank top, and they did a nice job with the tank top. Much better on this Logan compared to Old Man Logan with his white t-shirt. The white t-shirt didn't look that good, but the tank top turned out really nice on this figure. And there's the back. The pants here, we do get a very realistic belt there. You can see the stitching along the edge of the belt on both sides. We do get the belt buckle, which looks great too. Nice tiny sculpt and paint detail on that. And they even put the loops around the belt on there as well. They sculpted and painted them on there. And then the jeans look really nice too. It actually looks like jeans. And I like how they added the stitching to look like how stitching on jeans look. So big plus to Mezco for that. They even stitched on some fake back pockets, which look pretty cool too. But I mean, they have enough bagginess to them and that it doesn't really restrict his articulation. And it looks like they're a little dirty at the bottom, unless I'm just seeing things. And then I believe we get the same boots we got with Old Man Logan. I could be mistaken, but they do look similar. They even did sculpt the boots all the way up. Nice sculpted wrinkles all around them and everything, and very nice paintwork on them as well. You can see where the stitching is all throughout the boots, which look fantastic, man. Beautiful sculpt detail on these figures here. And the bottom of the boots, we just get some peg holes. But overall, like I said, Mezco did do another great job with another Wolverine / Logan figure, and I can't be any more happy with how the detail turned out. But anyway, let's continue on. Moving on to the accessories, we do get a few cool things included with Logan. So first and foremost, we do get the Mezco bag, of course, in case you want to store your accessories in there. And then we do get the Mezco stand with the sick base here. I love the image that they used with Wolverine doing the X symbol with his claws. That looks dope. Then we do have the peg on there in case you want to peg the figure onto it, or we do have the arm and clamp so you can make the stand, and it does have the basic Mezco stand articulation. So we do get that stuff. And then we also get 3 interchangeable head sculpts. And starting on the left, we do get the basic stern face with the cowboy hat molded onto the head, and that is the head that does come on the figure out of the packaging that we are ready to take a look at. And out of all 3, I think this one is my favorite. They just did a really nice job with that one there. Then in the middle, we do get another basic stern face, but without the cowboy hat, and Logan also does have the eye patch on, and they did a fantastic job with the paint sculpt throughout that face as well. And I have no idea what the whole eye patch thing is about. If anybody does know, feel free to let me know in the comments below. And then finally, all the way on the right, we do get a snarling or angry teeth gritted type Wolverine face there, and they did do a very nice job with that one as well with the paint and the sculpt detail. I just love the way they do Wolverine's hair on their figures. They really do capture that look of Wolverine extremely well. Don't know how I feel about that snarling face, but it was done extremely well. All 3 faces were actually, and it's very easy to swap the heads. I'll show you how to do that right now quickly. And swapping the heads on Logan is basic when it comes to Mezco. Very, very simple to do. You just pull up on the head, it pops right off. Take whichever head you want to put on the figure and just push down on the joint. Come on. There we go, and there you go. As simple as that to swap the heads. So we do get the 3 interchangeable heads, and then we also get his dog tag, and we get his jacket. So the dog tag here is pretty cool looking. They actually did write his name on it and stuff. It's really difficult for me to read it because it's so tiny, but if you can, you could try to. I know it says James something. I don't know what Wolverine's last name is, but it comes together, not connected. I would suggest connecting it and then throwing it around his neck when you take the head off. I'll show you how to do that quickly, along with the jacket here. And the jacket, I think, turned out really nice. I know a lot of people aren't fans of the large zipper there. You can actually zipper it up and close it, and of course unzip it as well. There's no bendy wire in it or anything. Would have been cool if there was bendy wire, at least right here, so you can make it look like it's like blowing in the wind or something like that. But the craftsmanship put into this was done really well. Very nice stitching all throughout it. It does have a leather type look to it, and it fits him really well. And I'll show you how to get that on Logan along with his dog tag right now quickly. And the way you get on his jacket and dog tag is very simple. So just pull up to take the head off. I would recommend doing this to get the dog tag on instead of trying to connect it while the head's already on, because it'll be a bit annoying to do. So you just put it around the neck there, take the head here, put that back on, and that's how you get the dog tags on. Very simple to do. Now for the jacket, you got to move his arms back, remove the hands, because you won't be able to get the jacket on if you do not. And I would say bend the arms a little in so you can get the jacket on there. And then you do something like this. Put the arms through the sleeves like so. And the jacket is a pretty tight fit, but it fits on the figure really well. Also, make sure you get the wrist joints sticking outward there. And you have to work with it a little bit to get it on properly so it doesn't look weird or anything like that. Get that up like that. Come on, jacket. And it looks really good once you have the jacket fully on the figure. And then just pop the hands back on. And then there you go, you have Logan with his jacket. And I really dig the way this looks. Whoops, the hand popped off. But I really dig the way this looks. I thought I was going to like the tank top look more, but I think I might actually like the look of the jacket here a little bit more. I don't know yet. I just love the different display options you do have with this Logan. So we do get that stuff. And then we finally get 6 alternate hands. And starting on the top right here, we do get a pair of fists, of course, which do come on the figure out of the packaging, and all the hands are very simple to swap out. Then under the fists, we do get a right open hand and then a left gripping hand. And I wish they would have just gave us a pair of each of these hands right here. And then finally, we do get my favorite, which are the claws out hands. And I do like the color silver they used for the claws. This is from Old Man Logan. They're a little lighter compared to the Old Man Logan claws. So I like how they switched up the color of the claws this time. But we get some really nice sculpt and paint detail throughout all 6 hands. And I always love the way Mezco does the Wolverine claws on their Wolverine figures. But anyway, that is all the accessories included with Wolverine. Let's keep moving on with the rest of the review, shall we? Now for the height of Logan, to the very top of his head, it looks like he's around 6 inches tall. Then to the very top of his cowboy hat, he's about 6 inches and a quarter of an inch tall. And then here he is compared to the Rebeltech Amazing Yamaguchi Gambit, the SH Figure Arts Endgame Captain America, the Mezco 112 Old Man Logan, and the Mezco 112 Silver Knight Batman. And as you can see, both these Logans are the same height. And then here he is compared to the Mezco 112 Vigilante Suit Daredevil, the Mafex comic version Deadpool, the NECA original movie TMNT Raphael, and the SH Figure Arts Infinity War Hulk. And then here he is compared to the Storm Collectible Smoke, the SH Figure Arts Sage Mode Naruto, the Mafex Justice League Batman, and the Figma Black Swordsman Guts. And then here he is compared to the SH Figure Arts Awakened Warrior Super Saiyan Goku and the Mezco 112 Deadpool. Anyway, there's some quick comparisons. Let's keep moving on with the rest of the review. So now for the articulation, and we do get the basic Mezco 112 articulation for this Logan here. So we do have 2 points at the neck. The upper neck joint is a ball peg, so you can get Logan to look up about that much, which is pretty good. Looks down a decent amount with the upper neck joint. You do get very nice pivot up there, as you can see, and then it does swivel as well. The lower neck joint goes forward and back much better than the upper neck joint, as you can see. So with both joints, you can get him to look up pretty damn good, and both joints he can pretty much look directly down. So very nice forward and back movement combining both joints, and you get even better pivot at the lower neck as well, and then it also does swivel. So excellent neck articulation with Wolverine here. Then we do get the 112 torso joint here under the chest and the waist joint as well. And for the torso, you really don't get the best movement, but you do get a little bit of forward and back movement, as you can see there. You do get alright pivot, as you can see, and then it does swivel as well. The waist here goes forward and back just a tiny bit, so with both joints, Logan crunches forward about that much, which is alright, and goes back pretty good actually with both joints. And is there pivot? A tiny bit of pivot at the waist, and mine does not want to swivel. Now for the arms here at the shoulders, we do have a very minimal butterfly joint. It's kind of a useless butterfly joint. I wish they would add more movement in there. But one thing I noticed with my Logan, his arm joints and wrist joints are really, really tight. But the arms do go out to the sides a lot more than 90 degrees, so that's definitely good. They do go up and down. We do have true bicep swivel. We do have the double jointed elbows that bend in a lot more than 90 degrees, so that's definitely good. Then we do have the ball hinge on the wrist, so it does swivel and hinges back and forth. Now for the legs here, Logan can kick forward 90 degrees, so that's definitely good. Doesn't really go to the back. Let's see if he can Jean-Claude Van Damme it. And he actually almost can, so nice leg movement with Logan here. And then we do get the upper thigh swivel or hip swivel up there. Then we do have the double jointed knees that do bend back all the way. And then we do have swivel at the ankle. Hinges up a tiny bit at the ankle. Really does not hinge down at all. And then really, really bad ankle pivot with this Logan, just like with Old Man Logan. I mean, even if you try to move it a different way, you really don't get good ankle pivot with these figures, man. I wish they would work on their ankle pivot with their 112 figures, because it would just make these figures that much more fun to pose around. But overall, like I said, this Logan does have the basic Mezco 112 articulation, so you know what type of movement to expect if you have any other figures from them. But you'll be able to get them in some pretty good Logan or Wolverine-like poses, and I'm about to show you some of them right about now. But anyway, that is my review of the Mezco 112 Collective Logan. Hope you enjoyed it. If I had to rate this figure between a 1 through 10, I'd have to give it an even 9. If you would like to know the price and where to buy this figure, I did get mine from Agelessgeeks, so you can check over at their website at Agelessgeeks.com. If you can't find it on there, I do recommend going through their Instagram or Facebook page. I will put more information in the description below. And if you would like to support the channel, don't forget to subscribe and click on that notification bell. And if you liked it, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, oh well, I guess you didn't like it. But thanks for watching. I will see you later. looking like Logan is trying to claw himself out of the box. Damn it. And then on one side of the slipcover. Cover? Did I say cover? Damn you. Learn how to speak properly. And then here's the bottom of the box. We do get the barcode and blah blah. No, we don't get a barcode. What the hell am I talking about? Damn you. And to the very top of his cowboy hat, he's around 6 and blah, 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 blah. The Mezco 112 Vigilante Suit Daredevil, the Mezco comic version. The Mezco, what? Damn it, that's me fix. Why do I always mix them up? Because they both begin with an M. Which do come on the figure out of the packaging, then under the